We started the Conceptual Construction Group to be on the forefront of technology improvements and build something that will be outstanding in the community at a reasonable cost.
We, of course, wanted a beautiful space for our employees to work, but not just a nice space, something that would let us recruit, that help us retain people, a space that people would really get up in the morning and want to come to work in. And we also wanted a place that the entire community could enjoy. Devon is good at doing what it does, but we don't build buildings. That's not our area of expertise. And architects have their own expertise. But having a developer, particularly someone who has built a lot of buildings, that has a lot of experience, that has a lot of buying power and knowledge, Hines was a clear choice.
I'd had previous experience in building buildings and offices for Devon around the world, and I had never seen a process this smooth. Obviously, the Hines process is decades old. It is tested and true. Jerry Lee and his team negotiate every contract with every general contractor, every subcontractor, every consultant, every architect. So those people all understand that collaboration is critical, not only to this project, but to their future. In working with Hines, and so it is a fascinating process to watch and very effective.
When you select a world-impacting architect, you know that you're going to get a complex design. And in many of building projects, after a couple of years into that building project, it can get bogged down and can get challenging. So when we brought Hines in, it was really at a critical moment when we needed to get the momentum moving forward again with this project. Hines really added a team that helped us be able to navigate through this complex scenario of contractors and focused on being on time, being on budget, and continuing to meet opening date objectives. And the decision to bring Hines on board was critical in making those aspects successful. In fact, I have a full belief that we would not have been able to open on November 11th, 2011 without the aspect of Hines' very talented team.
It was amazing the depth of their team in every aspect of this building, whether it's mechanical, electrical, the underfloor air conditioning and heating systems, the lighting systems. They have so many experts on their team, with Hines helping us decide which contractors were qualified, which ones offer the kind of equipment that met all the specs that they have learned over their 1,300 buildings. It made the decision pretty easy for me. They do everything right the first time, so we will make back more than their fee when it comes to designing a good product. Everything has gone like clockwork. They have done an incredible job. I just can't imagine building a building without Hines as a fee developer.
40 years ago, Jerry wanted a group of people to be involved in every project so that all the lessons learned from each and every project could get taken forward to the next project. We're made up of architects, engineers, people with contracting background. We have, on average, 63 million square feet of experience and 28 years in the industry per person. We help create the best design building we can for that particular market, working very closely with the guys that know that market, which is our regional project team. We are there to serve them. They know the market. And so what we have to do is provide them with all of the information and all the tools that are needed for them to make those decisions.
The Conceptual Construction Group was set up to serve basically three roles on behalf of the company. The first is to be the repository of project experience and lessons learned and to make that available as a resource to all our regional development teams. The second is we're the maintainer of Hines master specifications, so it's a baseline that we use on every project to have consistency and quality throughout our portfolio. And the third is we're the clearinghouse of new technology, so we work with an incredible variety of sources. We do desktop research. Ultimately, we mock up the properties and we decide whether the technology is ready for prime time or ready for us to use in a forthcoming Hines project.
We want to understand where every dollar is being spent on the project. And in order to do that, you really have to be entrenched with all the players, subcontractors, general contractors. Where is that money being spent? What have they associated those dollars with? Is it the right thing? The marketplace would tell you that the norm for change orders on a building is somewhere in the 7% range. That's what most developers will pay. The norm for Hines is 2 to 3%. You know, on a $100 million job, that's some real money.
Conceptual construction is a totally unique asset that I think we have as a firm. There's this huge repository of knowledge. It also gives us incredible buying power. This is a group that is very well known in the industry, has very strong respect. It has allowed us to have the sort of track record in terms of meeting budget and meeting schedule that I think is absolutely second to none.